Taking rest for a moment. Just noticing the whole of the body lying in Shavasana and being aware of the floor beneath you. Just allowing the floor to support you in this position. So as you become aware of your natural breath, on your exhale, you could maybe release that little bit more, maybe opening the fingers, maybe softening the toes or letting the legs feel heavier. Maybe dropping the head a little further into your mat. Just ask yourself, how are you today? So take a little check-in with yourself. Maybe setting an intention for this class. Just acknowledging what your body needs. And then take a link into your hands and bring your hands underneath your head so your elbows are resting on the ground. Let's draw the legs together. And then take the feet over to the right side. So just walk them over to the right as far as you can. Option to cross the left leg over the right. And then we're going to do the same with the head and the arms, like we're drawing our right elbow down towards our right knee. Maybe feels good just to keep the eyes closed as you notice the left side of the body. How's that hip feeling, hip flexor? Maybe starting to breathe into that space of the left side. When ready, just make your way back to the center of your mat. Bringing the legs back together, and then let's take that walk to our left side. So just shuffling the legs, the feet, maybe crossing the right leg over the left, making sure the hips are staying facing the ceiling, and then drawing the head, that left elbow down towards the left knee. Now experiencing that stretch on the right side. Couple more breaths here. Making your way back to center. We're going to keep the hands exactly where they are and take a bend now into the legs. So your feet are on the mat, just maybe tuck in the tailbone slightly, reducing the gap between the lower back and the mat. And then keeping the elbows on the ground, just start to take the legs over to your right side. So like you're pushing your knees down towards the ground. Hold here. So now starting to feel that more into your lower back. Keeping the arms and the shoulders soft. And then coming back to center and going over to the other side. So just in your own time. Moving over to that left side. Just easing our way into our Wednesday practice. Taking one more breath here. And then coming back to center, releasing the arms so they're alongside you. Still keeping that bend into the legs. We're going to inhale, bring the hips high, send the arms behind you to the ground, to the floor. Holding the hips up, grounding the feet down in your bridge pose. And then as you exhale, just start to lower everything back down, the arms, the spine. And then draw the knees into the chest, hugging the knees in. And maybe taking a happy baby pose here, so holding the outside edge of the feet as you draw the knees out to the side. Sending the feet up towards the ceiling, and you can keep the legs bent, or maybe it feels nice to play around, maybe straightening one leg, maybe moving side to side. Let it be your movement, your way. Just here for a few breaths in that happy baby. And as we move through the practice today, just embracing any challenges, whether that's mentally or physically, emotionally. Just acknowledge what comes up for you. Remember, as we move through challenges, they're often the lessons that we may need to learn. And in Tibet, they actually pray for challenges because they know that's when they grow the most. And really interesting that is the prayer that they have. They pray for those challenges. So from your happy baby, just draw your knees back in. Give yourself that squeeze and that hug. And then take yourself over to one side so you can make your way slowly up. Bringing yourself into a table position once you're there. And then we're going to tuck the toes, make sure your fingers are wide, grounding palms down. Start to sit back towards the heels, so you're lengthening into your arms, and then come up into your downward dog. So maybe for you, downward dog is moving this morning. Maybe it feels better to hold. Again, you're listening to your body. Letting go of any judgment, any criticism that you have to do something a certain way. Just maybe push back a little deeper if that feels okay for you. Maybe the heels are slightly away from the mat. Maybe starting to hold the pose now if you've been moving. Letting the head just drift closer to the ground. And then starting to slowly walk towards the top of your mat. So once you're there, bring your feet together, let the body fold again. So let the head go heavy, folding over both legs. And then we're going to inhale and roll all of the way up, reaching the arms up and exhaling down to the heart center. Just closing the eyes for a moment, bringing gratitude into your day, into your practice. and truly happy and grateful for. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's take that inhale in, reach up again. Exhale starts to fold over the legs. Finding your long spine now. Stepping back with your right foot, drop your knee down to the ground, low lunge, bring up the arms, maybe push slightly into the hips, holding here. And then framing that left foot, step back into your plank pose, start to lower down to your mat. Coming into your cobra, peel the shoulders back, and then come back into a child's pose, resting forehead down. Keeping the hands where they are, let's start to draw a circle with the body. So really, again, what way feels good. Knees are down, hands are down. You're just drawing, maybe sending the belly towards the mat. Big circle. Waking up a little bit more now. And then big circle the opposite way. Moving through that knee joint. Pushing the top of the feet into the mat. Moving through the wrists, maybe incorporating the shoulders a little more now. And then head back into that child's pose. Coming up into your downward dog when you feel ready. And then we're going to step the right foot forward, drop the left knee down this time, low lunge. Relax that left foot as you come up. Reaching up with the arms, maybe pushing into that left hip a little more. And then frame that right foot, step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, rise tall. And exhale, heart center. Let's repeat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Take a long spine here. Step back, right foot, drop the knee, low lunge, bring up the arms, reaching up, pushing into that right hip. Frame that left foot, step back into your plank pose, lower down to your mat. Rolling into your cobra, sitting back to your heels. Maybe starting to take that circle again, rolling through the body. Nice long breath here. Maybe your circle's getting a little quicker now. Changing directions, moving the opposite way. Taking one more breath. Heading back into that child's pose. And then downward dog, push back. Step the right foot forward, drop the left knee down, low lunge, bring up the arms. And frame that right foot, step your left foot in, forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, rise tall, reach the arms up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, let's reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Stepping back left and right into your plank pose. Lower down to your mat. Roll into your cobra. And exhale, down dog, push back. Maybe walking, maybe holding here. You decide. We're going to take the right leg back into a three-legged dog. And then take a bend into that knee, like you're turning your knee out to the right side. You can turn your gaze under the right arm. So really ground down with the palms, open into that right hip, holding your three-legged dog. Inhale, start to step forward with that right foot now, coming into a high lunge. Bending into that right knee, reaching the arms up, and we're going to open straight into a warrior two. Not touching the legs, we're going to reach with the left arm, right hand to the belly, and then reverse, left hand to the belly, right arm up. Let's keep going, flowing through this side angle version. Hands to the belly, one arm up. Keep that bend in the right knee. Giving yourself a little hug as you go. And then come back to your warrior two. Straighten your right foot now. Reach with your right hand. Come into Trikonasana. Right hand down, left arm up. Your right hand can also be on your block. Holding, triangle pose. Coming back up, take that bend back into the right knee. Again, that flowing movement, hand to belly, one arm up. Right knee is bent. One more to do, both sides. Coming back to your warrior two, long arms. Straighten that right foot. Turn both hands towards the right foot. Frame the right foot, drop the left knee back to the mat. Come back into your low lunge, reaching the arms up. Holding, squeezing that left glute. And then frame that right foot, step back into your plank, take that vinyasa, lower down to your mat. There's always the option of child's pose, cobra, and come back into that down dog position. Again, let that head go. Find your long breath. Slowly warming up. Taking that left leg back now. Bending that knee out to the left, like you're bringing your foot to your glute. Maybe turning the gaze under that left arm, pushing back a little deeper. This hip opener here. Gaze towards the top of your mat as you turn that knee in. Step that left foot forward, coming up into your high lunge, bending into that left knee. Opening into your warrior two, left side now. Making sure you're bending deep into that knee, and then that gentle flow, hand to the belly, and reverse. Few more here. You can take this really slow, you can take it faster if you want to. Last one. Come into that warrior two again. This is where we straighten that left side for Trikonasana. Reach with the left hand down to your block or your mat, right arm up. Very nice. Coming back up as you bend back into that left knee. That gentle flow again, side to side. Giving yourself a hug as you go. Maybe two more here. Coming back into your warrior two. Straighten that left foot. Turn towards that left leg. We're dropping the right knee down to the mat. Relax that back foot to low lunge here. Maybe push into that hip a little deeper. Squeezing that right glute. And then frame that left foot, step to the top of your mat, fold at the top. Let's take a bend into both legs, into chair pose, bringing up the arms, reaching up. Take an inhale at the top, take an exhale, push the arms back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, push back like you're skiing down a mountain. Inhale, reach. Exhale, push the palms back. Two more here. Exhale, maybe sides out of the mouth. Last one. And reach back up for that chair. Inhale, come all of the way up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, let's reach up. Exhale, fold over the legs, top of the mat. Take a flat back here. Exhale, fold. Step back into your plank pose. Lower down to your mat. Roll into your cobra. Exhale, down dog when you're ready. Take that inhale in. That exhale out. One more inhale here. Exhale out. Squeeze that right leg back. This time as you inhale, roll the knee to the chest. And then exhale, take that leg long. Inhale, squeeze that knee in. Exhale, take that leg long. One more squeeze in here. Exhale, leg goes long. Stepping to the top of the mat into that high lunge. Bend into that right side. Let's open warrior two one more time. That lovely side flow in your own time. Not forgetting your breath as you move. One more to do. Then come back to your warrior two. Bring your hands to your heart center. Turn your right foot in. Delve deeper into your squat. And then we push it up, reaching the arms. Exhale, bend into your squat. Remember, you can stay quite high. Push it back up. One more here, bend down. Maybe this time taking it deeper. Lifting that left foot off. Holding. Hands can always be to the mat. And then inhale, straighten. Come back into that warrior two. Ready to frame that right side. Step back into your plank. Lower down to your mat. Roll into your cobra. Exhale, down dog. Push back. Finding the breath again. Slowing back down. 2 more breaths here. And ready to squeeze that left leg back. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, leg goes long. Inhale, let's squeeze in. Exhale, go long. One more squeeze in here. And leg is long. Stepping to the top of the mat into that high lunge. Left side. Left knee bent. Open into that warrior two. Ready for that side flow. You can always skip it if you need to. One more each side. Ready to hold that warrior two. Well done. Hands to the heart center. Turn that left foot in. Delve into your squat. And push it back up. Exhale, bend down. Inhale, reach up. One more exhale, bend down. Inhale, reach up. This time we delve maybe deeper. We hold. Again, optional. Inhale, reach up. And then release the arms, keeping both toes pointing forwards. Let's take an inhale here, reach up. Exhale, reach forwards. And then drop your hands under your shoulders as you let your head go down to the mat. See if you can sit back a little deeper in your heels so you feel that in the back of the legs. Right leg forward fold. Start to inhale, bring in the chest high, bring your left hand over to your right ankle, and then take a twist here, bringing that right arm up. You can look up at that right hand. If you're feeling wobbly, keep your gaze to your mat. Coming back down to the ground, take that walk the opposite way, right hand, left ankle. Inhale, send that left arm up, take that twist through the spine. Again, that option to look up or down. Coming back to your mat, take that inhale, fingers down, chest high, and then exhale, fold, drop the head, let everything go. Legs are long, slight micro bend in the knees. Again, sitting back to those heels. Inhale, start to come up. You can bring your hands onto your shoulders. Turn the heels in, take a bend into your goddess pose. Bring the arms up. Hold. Draw the right elbow in, send the left arm out. And then we're going to draw that left elbow in, that right arm long. A few more here. Slow and controlled. One more each side. Using that core area. Coming back to holding your goddess. Lovely time for a powerful affirmation. I am strong. Let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, take that bend. Inhale, reach up, palms touch, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, take that bend. One more, I promise, reach it up. Exhale, take that bend. Well done. Straighten the legs, bring the hands onto the hips. Turn the toes in, bring your hands behind you, link your fingers. Pull your arms down your back, take an inhale here, chest high. Exhale, take that fold, let the hands reach up. Let the head go down. If you are finishing at 7, I'd like you just to come into a child's pose for a moment. So just drop the knees down to the ground. Take rest. Come back to your breath. Grounding back to your mat, the floor beneath you. If you're still in your standing fold, take another squeeze into those palms. Maybe sending the hands a little higher. And then slowly make your way back up. Stepping the feet together. We're going to come into dancer pose. So we're going to take the weight onto the left side and we're going to kick back the right, holding the right foot, the right ankle. You bring that left arm up or you can bring it onto something and then just kick back into that right leg. So not tilting forward too much, but stretching into that right side. Remember, you can have your gaze onto something, your hand onto something, just to help with your balance. Releasing that right side, let's go over to the left. Right foot stays down, left foot goes back, right hand up, kicking back, holding here. We're so good at balance as a child, but we tend to lose it. If we don't use something, we lose it. So we naturally don't balance so much anymore. That's why it can be quite tricky for us. Take one more breath here. And release. Take an inhale in, hold on to your left wrist. Let's head over to the right like we did on the ground. And that banana asana. Still stretching that same muscle. Come back to center, hold on to your right wrist, head over to your left side. Come back to center. If you're not already at the top of your mat, go to the top of your mat and take a fold, exhaling all the way down. Take an inhale, flat back here. Exhale, fold. Step back into your plank pose and hold. Drop your left knee down, come up onto your left hand, right arm goes high, coming back to that balance. Maybe keeping that right foot down, maybe taking that right leg long. Dropping that right hand down, draw that knee to the nose, squeeze it in. Exhale, send everything long. Inhale, draw that knee to the nose. Exhale, send everything long. One more time, squeeze that knee in. Exhale, everything long. Drop that right knee down to the ground. Coming up now onto the right hand, send that left foot out, left arm long. Keeping maybe that left foot down or lifting off that leg. Holding, really engaging the core here. Don't worry if you're wobbling, I'm wobbling too. Drop your left hand down, ready for that knee to nose, so turning the hips to the ground as you squeeze that knee in, and then take that leg long. Inhale, squeeze in. Exhale, go long. One more squeeze in here. Exhale, leg long. Drop that left knee down to the ground. Step your hands slightly further forward. Start to bend at the elbows, drawing your chin down to the mat. And then push back up. Dropping down to the mat. Push back up. Keep those elbows close. One more here. And push back up. Sit back into your Balasana, forehead to the mat or the block. Keeping the hands where they are, start to draw that circle again. Moving through the body, maybe it feels nice to take the knees wider. Reverse your circle. And then come back into your table. Drop down onto your elbows. Bring your palms together, or maybe link the fingers here. Step back into a forearm plank. Hold here. Turn so I can see you. Staying on the left elbow, just swing onto that left side, bring the right arm up. So left elbow's down, you can always come onto left hand if you prefer. Pulling that left hip up a little more. Right hand reaching up. Drop that right elbow down, slow and controlled, come back into your forearm plank. Keep that right elbow down as you roll onto your right arm, left arm up. Pulling away from your mat with your right side, reaching even higher. So we've been quite used to doing this pose on our hands. It feels different when we do it on our elbow. Maybe more challenging for some. Again, our body can get used to things, so we want to change it up a little. Come back onto your forearm, hold, staying on the toes. Breathe into the belly. Again, lovely time for a power affirmation. I often use them when I'm doing a difficult gym class. In my mind, I'm saying, I am strong, I am powerful, it works, believe me. One more breath here. And then drop the knees, come all the way down to your mat. Chin down, chest down. Bring the legs together. Send your right arm out alongside you, palm down, so right arm in line with your shoulder. Use your left hand to roll onto your right ear, stack the hips. Maybe take that left leg back as you take your shoulder stretch. Starting to slow down now. Breathing into that shoulder. You decide on the intensity of that stretch. Take a roll back to center. Draw your right hand in, send your left arm out, palm down. Chin is on the mat as you roll onto your left ear, your left hip. Maybe taking that right leg back. Maybe pushing a little deeper, like you're drawing the right glute to the ground as well. Listening to your body. Take a roll back down to the center of your mat. Bring your hands just under your shoulders as you push up and back into that child's pose. And just for a few breaths, again, roll down, bending at the elbows. Roll up into cobra and roll back into child's pose. If you prefer, just hold. If you want to keep moving, do this a couple of times. Rolling, breathing, sitting back. If you're with me, we're doing one more. Ending everyone back in child's pose, forehead to the mat. Coming back to the breath. Maybe it's been coming in a little faster. Maybe coming back to your intention of your practice. A few breaths here. When you're ready, start to roll up. We are going to sit down, sending the legs just out in front of us. And then taking a bend into your left leg, just bring your left foot to your inner right leg. Now you can always prop your knee with a block if you need to. If you have any pain, bring your belt into that knee joint. And you also can have your belt around your foot. So we're going to take an inhale and reach up. And then an exhale, fold forward. So maybe you've got your belt around your foot, maybe you're reaching with your hands. As you slowly start to lower down towards that right leg. And remember, keep your gaze forward. So as you lower, keep your gaze towards your toes. So you're not rounding, you're not kind of looking towards the belly. And then as you lower, then you might start to drop the forehead towards that leg. No rush, just take your time. We're going to hold for a few breaths. Again, letting go of any judgment. We can be quite cruel to our own body quite critical. Just sending your body love and kindness that's working to support you. A few more breaths here. Coming up when you're ready. And then just take a bend into your right leg as well. We're going to take the arms just in front of us, take the right arm over the left and take a bind into the arms. So the more you draw up the elbows, the more you're going to feel that stretch in your right shoulder. So if it feels too much, just drop the elbows down. Holding here. Option of turning the head towards the right shoulder for a moment. Noticing what you can feel that side. Release the arms. Bring the knees in and send the left leg out. This time we're bending the right. Again, take any support you may need. Take your inhale as you come up and your exhale as you fold down. Use your block, use your belt if needed. Remember that gaze is forward as you lower. We're holding, we're exploring, delving deeper. There's no rush. How often do we rush through our day, rush through our life, jumping from one thing to the next with very little awareness? Maybe always playing catch up. Really just let your practice give you that space of slowing down, recharging, reconnecting, even being aware of your surroundings. What can you hear? What can you smell? What can you feel? This is what we often get when we come into nature, particularly if we can leave our devices behind. We notice the sounds, we notice what we can see and smell. Taking one more breath here before you come back up. And then it's that left leg just in front of the right, crossing arms in front. Left arm over the right this time as you maybe take that bind. Option to take those elbows higher. Maybe turning the head to the left side. Releasing, send the soles of the feet together away from your body. Option of taking hold of the toes as you fold down towards the feet, or threading the hands under the feet, hands on top of the feet, again as you lower. Always use your block, maybe to support your head if you want to, or a blanket, a pillow. more breaths here as you hold. Taking a roll up when you're ready. Coming back to a comfortable cross-legged position. We're going to bring one hand onto our belly and one hand onto our heart. And just close the eyes. So just coming back to your natural breath. Feeling the breath as it enters the body. Coming back to the present moment. Remember, our point of power is always in this moment. As you inhale and exhale, I'd like you to send love and kindness to yourself. If you've been pushing yourself lately or judging yourself lately or critical, I'd like you to say sorry to yourself. You wouldn't criticize a child or your best friend. And it's not okay when we criticize ourselves. So just holding here for a few more breaths, just noticing anything that comes up. And slowly releasing the arms, and we're going to come onto our backs. So lie down. We're not quite at our relaxation, but have your block to hand close to you. You might want your bolster or your pillow nearby as well. So lying down. Once you're there, just take a bend back into your legs. We're going to do our supported pigeon pose. So let's bring our left foot onto our right knee. And then draw the right knee in. Maybe the hands are around the knee or under the thigh as you squeeze that leg in. See if you can peel your shoulders down to the mat. Maybe close the eyes. Stretching into that left glute, that left thigh. Maybe squeezing in a little deeper. Bringing out any tension. And if it feels okay for you, maybe lifting up the head, drawing the nose towards the knee. exhale, lowering everything back down. Just keeping that foot on top of the knee for a moment, arms alongside you, and push up into a half bridge. So pushing up, holding at the top, relax the arms. And then exhale, lower back down. Uncrossing, changing sides, right foot on the left knee. And then drawing in left side. Relax the shoulders, peel them back down to your mat. Holding here. Option of bringing the head up, knee to the nose. Letting the head go back to the mat, dropping that left foot back down, arms alongside you. Pushing up into your half bridge, holding at the top. And then exhale, roll back down. From here, either come into your Shavasana, or maybe it feels nice to send the soles of the feet together. You can have your bolster under your legs or your pillow, maybe cover yourself with your blanket. Maybe you want your block for your head. Just getting comfortable on your mat. Moving the arms away from the body, palms facing up. Taking that stillness and rest. Coming back to that moment of being present. And as you move into your day after your practice, just continue to be kind, and gentle, and patient with yourself. Maybe your mind is like a garden. Maybe at first there's that patch of dirt, a lot of brambles and rocks, maybe anger and worry, criticism. Maybe there's that old tree called fear. And you start to clear the soil, cut back the tree. Start to bring the mind to the things that you desire, your amazing body, your kind words to yourself. You plant those seeds of joy. The sun shines down. You start to water and grow. Turning into those beautiful plants, maybe those trees of joy, of happiness, of love, of kindness. So be gentle with your garden. Keep planting those seeds. Be kind to yourself. And when you feel ready, just start to bring your awareness back into the body lying in your chosen position. And maybe take a full body stretch or draw the knees in. Give yourself that squeeze or that hug. Maybe rolling over to one side. Coming back to seated when you're ready. Let's finish with our Om mantra. We inhale and begin. Bring your arms around yourself, give yourself a big hug, a big squeeze. Tell yourself how amazing you are. And then bring your hands to your heart as we finish in Namaste, honouring and respecting ourselves and each other. Thank you, everyone.